1% unsexy habit changes yield the sexiest, most fabulous results. And doing one thing that almost seems too simple can lead to a domino effect that creates better and faster results. So if we can just start with one simple daily habit, we can often more easily stack other changes on top of it that really build. So I want to share with you 25 habit changes that have not only helped me create a sustainable lifestyle, but amazing results that I've maintained for years. And I don't just want to share what worked for me, but also what my amazing coaches have had work for them and our clients too. Now, I'm not recommending you do all of these, especially to start. I would pick the one or two that feels easiest and go from there. But you want to pick a couple that really meet you where you're at and would have a big impact without feeling overwhelming or even hard. We want to almost sneak in those changes to let those 1% tweaks build. As one of my fabulous coaching clients always says, team 1%. So here are 25 1% changes that will get you to your goals. Number 1, write out tomorrow's to-do list the night before. Plans have to change and things have to adjust. That's why based on what's happened that day, you can set your to-do list for tomorrow. This can help you stay focused on what you need and hold yourself accountable, but also address any changes that have popped up for you that week. It also prevents you from scrambling the next day to get organized and can be a good way to clear your head and even brain dump before bed. Number 2, make getting up and going mindless. Especially when we're rushed in the morning, the last thing we need is to have to think about what we need. Whether it's packing your lunch, putting out your water bottle, drink more water, or laying out your workout clothes to hit the gym ASAP, make being able to get up and go easy and mindless. Number 3, put things you'll skip first. New habits we aren't used to often fall by the wayside if we get busy or tired. Not to mention, we then just don't often remember them because they aren't ingrained. The more we can put new habits first, the more likely we are to do them so that changes can truly build. Number 4, link new and old routines. As much as I love the tip I just mentioned, you can't always do that. That's where linking old and new routines can help. This can use the old routine as a reminder for the new, because you won't skip it. Like if you want to drink more water and always have a morning coffee, put your water bottle filled by your coffee machine. Or as you cut up vegetables for dinner that night, cut up extra to bag for meal prep later that week. Number 5, create staple meals. You don't have to be stuck eating the same thing every single day, but having some go-to staple meals you can always swap in when you're short on time or worn out can help you stay on track no matter what. Even make these meals and freeze them, or bulk prep them to readily have on hand. This can also make grocery shopping easy, as you know to always have these things on your list. Not to mention, those ingredients can be ones that you know will be used in multiple ways. Number 6, plan and schedule grocery shopping. It's easy to run out of things if we don't have a set day we shop, which can then lead to us not hitting our macros or eating according to our goals. Knowing we have that set day, going in with a grocery list can help us make sure we get everything we need. So plan for that shop, at least knowing your necessities and go-to items. This can also help you avoid impulse buys due to stress that day. And with having staple meals, you can even have the set list you bring every time. Number 7, have no spoil food options always available. I get lazy and tired and stressed. And then I can feel like even microwaving something for 5 minutes is too much effort. That's why having these easy to prep items always around is key. It also helps us stay on track if something else in our week didn't go as planned, because they're always stocked up and never spoil. Canned chicken or tuna, frozen fruits and vegetables, jerkies, nuts, they're all great options that can last a while and be on hand. Number 8, set visual reminders to break patterns. It's hard to break old patterns because many we repeat unconsciously. If there's a pattern you want to break, find a way to give yourself a visual reminder not to do it. This can also be used to set a visual reminder to do something as well. But if you find after a long day, you come home and want a snack, maybe put a note on the fridge reminding you to drink water. Or you can even move where the snacks are normally so you have the empty shelf as a visual reminder of the change. But create a visual that knocks you out of being unconscious and repeating the same habits. Number 9, set appointments with yourself. We're less likely to skip appointments on our calendar with someone else, especially when we have reminders for those events. So set an appointment with yourself on your calendar to work out, to meal prep, to grocery shop. This accountability and time clearly laid out helps you stick with the habits, especially when they're new, and it helps you find the time for them. Number 10, use a timer to fit in habits. Often we don't do things because we feel we don't have the time. So design for the time you have. If you've been skipping doing extra mobility work, set a timer for even 1 minute and do something. Often we'll not only even do more, but we'll get consistent enough with even that small amount to see results snowball. Number 11, give yourself a bedtime. Saying you'll go to bed earlier is vague, and it lets you make excuses. And all of a sudden, an hour after we plan to go to bed, we're actually climbing into bed. If you want to focus on getting more sleep, give yourself a hard cutoff where apps on your phone go into do not disturb mode, and you're making sure you're under the covers. Number 12, put a notepad by your bed. I don't know about you, but the second I'm supposed to be relaxing, my brain starts running through all of the things and trying to fix all of the problems. By just having my phone notepad open or a pad of paper by the bed, I feel like I relax because I know I don't have to remember anything that's key. This is also where habit number 1 can come into play. It can prevent this from happening because you've already done that brain dump and you've made your to-do list. Number 13, write out a habit checklist. Maybe you're not a checklist person, but having that list of what we need to do to build results is really key. It reminds us to keep doing the habits daily, keeping them top of mind, and reminding us when they may be easily forgotten since we aren't used to doing them. It's also a great way to make sure we've done what is needed daily when we mark them off at night. And if you aren't seeing results, it's a great way to see areas for improvement to make changes over time. Number 14, plan in things you love. Often in making habit changes, we sort of forget to include things we want and love. Map in those first and work other habits around them. Schedule fun things on your calendar to plan around. Work foods you love into your macros first. Don't let habit changes feel like you're losing things about your lifestyle you actually enjoy. Number 15, voice the victory. We're really good about acknowledging the things we've done wrong or that went wrong in the day. We talk about them far more than we talk about the wins. And as silly as it may feel to start, when something good happens or you're proud of yourself for doing a habit, say it out loud. It helps us feel the positive that much more strongly. Number 16, buy pre-made. Yes, quality is key, but sometimes something's better than nothing. Buy pre-made foods when in a pinch. Even log some items so if you're ever in a pinch, you can grab them and go. I know cocktail shrimp and pre-made grilled chicken can easily be grabbed from the store when I need, even if it's not as good as I would make at home. Same can be said even for knowing options at restaurants. Number 17, don't be a hermit crab. It's easy when we want to lose fat or make a change to feel stressed and shy away from social events. Instead, go in with a plan. Work those in, even proactively organize them. But realize that while those days may throw your perfect habits a slight curveball, the consistency and balance they create long-term can really pay off. Number 18, treat yourself. Don't wait till you're at your goals to recognize wins. Treat yourself for those habit changes. Honestly, finding ways even weekly to treat yourself, maybe getting your nails done, going for an extra fun hike that's more of a trip, or even buying a new pair of leggings. But make yourself see the wins in what you're doing. Number 19, set one focus. Even this list presents a ton of different options. But the more we try to do everything at once or every week, the more we overwhelm ourselves. The more we're focused on doing one thing and one thing well, the more quickly that change becomes part of our routine. Set no more than 1 to 3 must-dos to focus on, and even acknowledge the other things you may want to change are bonus. Only set 3 if they're linked and super simple even. Number 20, stock up on spices and sauces. Keeping things simple is key. It helps us make changes without feeling overwhelmed. But too often, this leads to us feeling bored with our meals, or meals becoming bland. Having a ton of different spices or sauces we can use with that same meal prep chicken, vegetables, and potato can make meals delicious and prep simple. Number 21, pre-log, pre-record. Having your workout routine written out and even the weights you plan to use, or having your meals for the next day pre-recorded in MyFitnessPal, these things can not only make it more mindless to implement if you're stressed that day, but they also provide accountability. It's easier to make excuses when not confronted with the habits we need to do. Number 22, plan before pressure. The more we can plan ahead and do it before we even need, the less stressful the planning process is. I like to have an idea for my next workout progression just as I'm even starting my current one. That way I really think through things over just doing things because I need it done ASAP. Same thing can be said for planning out meals or recipes. The more you don't need it right away, the more you can enjoy the process. Number 23, protein first. Whether you enter in protein first to work meals around or focus on protein at your breakfast, when you plan in protein first, you make sure you hit your macros. I always like to make sure that my first meal has protein in it, as I would much rather have carbs and fat for my dessert, or even to add into later meals. Even starting out, if it means a shake to start your day, it may help you get in the right mindset to make more changes. Number 24, use snack breaks. So I'm not referring to eating more snacks here, but more the concept of using small portions of things throughout the day to your advantage to create new habits. Use movement snack breaks getting up to stretch. Use meal prep snack breaks at night when you're watching TV to even chop up some stuff or maybe even pack your bag between episodes. But think about little quick things you can do to help alleviate having to do a lot all at once when you feel like you don't have the time. Number 25, create a weekly schedule. Not every day will be the same. Monday may not look like Thursday, but the more you can set a Monday schedule, a Thursday schedule, the more you can not only give yourself things to look forward to on certain days, but the more you'll find it feels like you have more time to fit things in that you want to do. And the more you'll even find you don't force habits onto days where they don't fit, but use the schedule that is actually realistic for you. I'd love to hear which of these you found most helpful, and even a 1% improvement you made that has really paid off.